Hello! We got a big one today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, today is a first for the channel. I picked this bad boy up at the request of several of you out there in the Handsome Nation. There were several comments asking,
Handsome Gadgets, what's a good racing wheel for the new Xbox Series S and X?
So I searched all over the interwebs, read many different articles, and came to the conclusion that the Logitech G920 driving force may just be the current best out there. But of course, I don't fully know until I try this bad boy out and let you know my impressions. However, I do believe this is going to be pretty good because it has well over 8,000 ratings at a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now, if you want the best, well, you're going to have to pay for that. Normally, this is listed to be at $400. But right now, since this has been out for quite some time, you could pick this up for about $235, $240. The driving force is designed for the latest racing gaming titles for your Xbox Series X, S, or Xbox One consoles. Add driving force to your controller selection and you may never want to race with the regular controller again. The G920 Driving Force Pro also works on a PC with select titles. The G920 Driving Force is engineered with dual motor force feedback that is designed to realistically simulate the feel of your car and tires on every turn and type of terrain so you can sense under or oversteering, drifting, and more. With helica gears modeled after gearing used in car transmissions, you get exceptionally smooth, quiet, and precise steering actions. Anti-backlash tensioning keeps the wheel and pedals tight, maximizing your control. With solid steel ball bearings in the wheel shaft and stainless steel paddle shifters and pedals, driving force is built for precision racing and long-lasting reliability. The wheel is covered in high-quality, hand-stitched leather, giving it the look and feel of a high-performance race car wheel, and giving you a more comfortable and durable experience. Easy access game controls. The D-pad and the console buttons are conveniently located on the wheel for seamless access to racing controls, while the semi-automatic paddle shifters help you execute smooth, accurate gear transitions on hairpin turns and straightaways. Now, the G920 comes with a separate floor pedal unit that enables more realistic body position for driving, so you can comfortably brake, accelerate, and change gears like you would in an actual car. The non-linear brake pedal mimics the performance of pressure-sensitive brake systems for a more responsive, accurate brake feel. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I am truly hyped for this product. But alright, now that we went over some of the key details,
you know what time it is.
Boxy time. Now I'm going to do my best to showcase the entire box, but this box is massive. So at the top of the box, Xbox One. This came out in the previous generation, but as we read earlier, this should work on the Xbox Series X and S. It is made by Logitech. I love Logitech. I love their mouse. I love their keyboards. I love their devices, so I'm really hoping that I'm going to love this. G920 Driving Force, racing wheel for Xbox One and PC. Okay, so let's see if we can get the sides in. That is a negative, Batman. So let's go to the back. Okay, so I'll just have to describe the sides. So on one side we have the pedals, the other side we have the steering wheel, and on the back we got the same thing, steering wheel, pedals. And then all these descriptives right here, we went over previously. But this right here is going to be the LG shifter that will work with this, that is compatible with this setup. It doesn't come with this, it is sold separately, but I'm an automatic guy. I don't know how to shift, so it's not a big deal for me. Okay, Handsome Nation, now let's get it out of the box. Okay, so after moving that massive box off the desk, the first thing I was able to grab is the instructions. Next, we have the power supply. We got a booklet here to upsell us, as well as an important safety and compliance warranty guide. Here's going to be the star of the show, the steering wheel. Okay, I'm excited, man. I am truly excited, especially because if I can drive my Dodge Charger Hellcat in a video game just as well and just as accurate as I would in real life, man, that's going to be amazing. And the other thing in the box is going to be the pedals. Now, unfortunately, it's too massive to put on top of here, so I'll put a picture of it or maybe some B-roll that you guys can check out as I'm talking right now. But overall, y'all, this thing looks legit. Now, I definitely have to put it through its paces so we can do it some justice and then come back in a few days to give you my full thoughts. So with the magic of video editing, let's fast forward time and I'll be right back with you. Alright, Handsome Nation, well, it's been a few days since we last spoke, and I gotta say the Logitech G920 is legit. A little too legit. I knew right away. As soon as I got this plugged in, got Forza set up, good to go, I knew this experience was going to be pretty darn realistic. Now, I would compare it to an arcade gaming setup that you find like at a pizza joint or at some, Chuck E. Cheese, John's Incredible, that sort of thing. So it's pretty well done. And as far as build quality, the steering wheel is very nice. The buttons are well placed. The paddle shifters are very nice as well. Everything else is kind of, to be desired. The housing unit back here is all plastic. Also, the clamps underneath that keep the steering wheel attached to your desk, if you have it attached to a desk, it is made out of plastic as well. And in my situation with my desk, it's kind of angled in a little bit, so the clamps didn't really hold well and it kind of kept on slipping off. So what I had to do is I had to keep the steering wheel pressed into the desk while I was driving and using it, so that way it didn't fall off my desk. And yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but this is not just made for a desk, it's also made for a whole racing setup, a whole rig that if I had the space and the money that I'd probably pick up, but in this case, I was just using my regular desk. Now, as far as the realistic force feedback, the steering wheel does give a nice feedback. If you're driving on certain terrain, you can feel the vibrations. If you run into a wall, you can feel the vibrations. If you run into a car, you could feel it as well. But that's just it. That's kind of where it ends. I was thinking that maybe you would feel the vibrations in the pedals as well, but they don't vibrate whatsoever. Now, I know this model is a couple years old, so maybe the newest model has that option, but this is the one I picked up. But honestly, Handsome Nation, you have to be really pretty darn invested in racing games and really, really enjoy them in order for this pickup to actually make sense. Because at $240, that's almost the entire cost of your Xbox Series S. So, and then if you want to tack on the shifter, that's an additional cost. If you want to buy a seat, that's an additional cost. If you want to have a nice, 3-panel setup to where you have 1 panel on the front and then 2 on the side to get fully wrapped inside your car game or your racing experience, that's a mighty big investment. But since you guys asked to see what would be a good racing wheel for the Xbox Series S or X, I went searching and I believe this one is a good pickup for that reason. Even though this is for the Xbox One, the previous generation, it worked flawlessly and I had no issues whatsoever as far as steering goes or button placement on the Xbox Series S. So with all that being said, ultimately, what do you guys think? At $240, are you guys gonna pick this up? So if you decide to do so, make sure to use the link down in the description below. It'll take you directly to Amazon to the product to where you can pick it up there at about $235, $240. It doesn't cost you anything more. It's just that I get a small percentage of the sale, which helps the channel quite tremendously. So positive, negative, or indifferent. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. So while you're down there, you might as well like this video, share the content, of course, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified every time I go live or when I post new content. Also, if you haven't heard, we hit over 10,000 subscribers just recently, and so I'm doing a 10,000 subscriber giveaway of a brand new Xbox Series S. So if you haven't entered, I'll make sure to put a link to the video down in the description down below, as well as in the cards above, so you have an opportunity to win a brand new Xbox Series S. Thank you and have a good one.